Messi. Oh, brilliant skill from Lionel Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is!
Oh, let me try that again with the sound on this time. Good morning, Savva here, Football Heritage TV. How are you all? Is everyone well? Is everybody well? Hope you all enjoyed the Spurs review last night. One of those every now and then when me and Sean go at each other, but it's all good fun. For anyone that has been messaging saying, I hope you and Sean are all right. Me and Sean are absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Listen, hope everyone is well. We've enjoyed a lovely 3 points this weekend, haven't we? We've enjoyed a lovely 3 points. To go with it, not just 3 points, a performance that I think most fans have been craving for a very, very long time. Big up to absolutely everybody. Look, we are now approaching, by my reckoning, so it's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. We've now got 11 days, including today, of the transfer window. I think it's really, really important that no matter how well we played, no matter how well the season has started with points-wise, I think everyone would take 4 points from their first six against Man United at home and Brentford away. It is really important that we don't take our eyes off the prize and start looking at the transfers that we need. Are we going to get any in? Are they going to think that this is okay? Let's have a little look who's in the chat. By the way, thank you again. Massive thank you. It was a huge deal for me over the weekend to hit the 10K. Much love. I really do appreciate everybody. And now we're only 3 away. If 3 people would like to subscribe, we are already 3 away from hitting 10,100, which is absolutely crazy. So if 3 of you that haven't subscribed would like to subscribe, that would be absolutely brilliant. I've put the link in the chat as always. It's pinned as always. And we move forward, and hopefully people like what they're watching. Big up to each and every one of you. Let's see who is in the chat on this lovely Monday. Lovely. Yeah, there's some sun out there, but it looks a bit gloomy at the same time. Vinny Rowley, big up to you. I said, big up Savva. As a Chelsea fan, I'm disgusted about yesterday, but that's that's football. The window is still open. It's going to take time. Vinny, do you know what? This is why I've been saying to all fans, like people are going, oh, Chelsea have spent $1 billion. They've got to win the league. I've said to everyone, this is going to take time. This is going to take time. You had 5 new players in the team yesterday. A couple of your new players weren't even playing. So if I looked at you, had Robert Sanchez, who was it? Robert Sanchez, Colwill, who was on loan last year at Brighton, Disassi, Nicholas Jackson, and there was one more. I can't think off the top of my head. And Nicholas Jackson. Then on top of that, you've got Caicedo to come in, Romeo Lavia to come in, and Kunku to come in. These players aren't just going to gel overnight. And everyone who thinks they're just going to win the league, it's absolute delusion. But big up to you, Vinny. Hope you're well. Jessica's in the chat. We'll talk about this. I said, Son, we look so much better with Son through the middle. Richie looks like he's over-trying like Janssen used to do. Yeah, a lot to be said for that. Big up Sue Smith. Sonny has to play through the middle or not at all. I agree. I think he should definitely be through the middle. Scott Colliver, good morning to you. Good morning to Sander Milligan. Good morning. Big up to Tigaro, the single parent theory. Big up to Anne. Hope you're well, my friend. Tottenham Forever said, good morning, Savva. Good performance yesterday. Where do you think we can finish if we play like that for the whole season? I think that, look, you've got to be lucky with injuries. You've got to be lucky with form. Timings of games, other teams having injuries. There's nothing to say we can't get the top 5. I just do think we need 1 or 2 more to complement it to get that. I really do. I still feel we need another centre-back, and I feel we need a forward. I'd love another midfielder. I just can't see 3 coming in, but that's just me. Just a girl who loves Spurs. Big up to you, Kate. Hope you're well. Thank you for the 2 people that just subscribed. 1 more, and we hit 10,100 already. And that is going to be mad. By the way, guys and girls, listen, I'm just going to say I put out a little TikTok reel yesterday. It was a 60 seconds. It was just a little bit of clickbait, right? Talking about Man United fans, talking about Conte fans. It wasn't aimed at anyone. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. It was just a little bit of clickbait. It got a lot of conversation going on my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube reel. If anyone took that personally, I'm so sorry. It wasn't aimed at anyone. When I do my content, I don't do my content with anyone in mind. I do my content with me in mind, my growth, me. Yeah, me, Richard Savva. I nearly gave my middle name away. Richard Savva. That is who I do the content for. Big up Sacanelli, who said the countdown instrumental is fire. Big up, thank you very much. Tried to make something a little bit different to everyone else. Good morning to Philly. I said, good morning, Savva, the magnificent chat. Good morning to you. Wolves, Finland. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Morning, Andy. Morning, Dafar. I never know how to pronounce that, but good morning to you. Good morning, George. Morning, Norman, Andrew. Listen, I'll be here all day. Good morning to absolutely everyone. As always, if there are any questions, I will try and get to as many as possible. I can't always get to everybody, but big up. There's 315 of you in here. So happy Monday morning to you all. And so far, I've had 90 likes, which is good. So keep that going. Smash that like button, people. Let's get that up to 300 as quickly as possible. So, in the, let's have a look at the poll we put out this morning. In the poll we put out, it was, should some play through the middle or through the left? So far from 152 votes, and I'm going to keep it open for the show. So far from 154 votes, 76% of people have said he should play through the middle, and 24% have said through the left, from the left. Now, we'll get into that in a bit more detail, but I do think a lot of people now starting to come around to that idea. Before I get to more comments, I don't know about you. I just felt that, I thought first half, I wouldn't say someone was bad at all. I'd say he struggled to get in the game. There was a couple of lovely balls he put through. One, I can remember him just sliding through the channel for a doji. There was another ball he laid off to the edge of the box to, I want to say Papa Sarr. But I thought he was much better. I thought he was really good in the second half when he actually, even before he moved to the centre, he started drifting there. And what he was doing is he was drifting around the left-hand side to the middle and performing with Maddison, Adoji, and then when Perisic came on, with Perisic playing in nice little triangles, playing each other through. And that's where I thought he was much better. He was much better there than on the left. So I think that's where I would deploy Son. Let me know what you would do. Terry has said, agree with Norman. Poll should have had a not at all. Definitely would have changed my vote. Terry, listen, let's be brutally honest. He's just been named captain. Do we really believe in any way, shape or form that Big Ange isn't going to play his captain? Come on. We know he's going to play him. Listen, he's going to play. Every game is going to be Romero, Van der Ven, Basuma, Maddison, Son. Those are going to be the 5 mainstays of this team. Does anyone disagree with that? If you do, you're wrong, just like Sean. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Listen, Sean and I love... Listen, to be fair, on the debate that Sean and I had last night, I think both Sean and I, we do this. We both get heated, and then actually when we start talking, we do meet in the middle with our opinions. But listen, it's just YouTube. It's just a bit of banter, right? That's all this should ever be. It should never be personal. There shouldn't be attacking on each other. I know I know people like to attack each other. There's no need for it. It's just YouTube. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. It's just football. It's not that seriously. Rob, big up Martin, Knightsbridge. Hope you're well, my friend. Big up to you. Was it your missus' birthday at the weekend? What did you end up doing? Did you take her for a nice slap up meal after the Man United game? I think I remember seeing that. If I'm lying, I do apologise. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that. But there are a lot of people who come in the chat. Rob Belcher said, here we go. Another new week and Spurs playing the brand of football that's been lacking since Poch. What's not to like? The transfer window. That's what we've got to like. Let's just quickly have a look and see what Fabrizio Romano has said this morning. 40 odd minutes ago, he said exclusive Man City advancing on a deal for Jeremy Doku. New verbal proposal close at 55, 60 million euro package, which is being discussed with Ren. Obviously, a good player, injury prone, but a good player. Other than that, I don't think there's too much. I think Chelsea have bid for a goalkeeper. El Shabab have reached a verbal agreement for Damari Gray of Everton. I think he'll be glad to be getting out of there. Al Ali have opened talks to sign Rodrigo de Paul. Everyone's going out there now. And Montiel. Anyone remember Montiel? The guy who scored the winning penalty in the World Cup is on his way to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest for 11 million euros. Now, that's some very good business. I like him. And the deal has been signed between PSV and Eindhoven and Barcelona for Sergio Dest. But I know none of you care about that. We care about Tottenham Hotspur. Where are the Tottenham Hotspur deals? That's what we need. We need some Tottenham news, don't we? Corey Boy said, big up Savva crew. Rob has said, morning Savva guys and girls in the chat. Big up to you. Big up to Lee Burgess. Hope you're well, my friend. Channel member. I will be doing a channel member only show this week. It won't be today, but it will be this week. And I'll speak to all the channel members separately in our private chat. Big up Sean has said, congrats on the 10K. Thank you very much. I hope you are well. Big up. Yes. This was Saturday. Come on. This was Saturday. Let's focus on getting to the 11K. So if anyone did want to subscribe, it's in the link is pinned. So big up to each and every one of you. And smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. Couple of super chats. Tigaro, the single parent theory, always a massive contributor to the show. Thank you so much. I said, Ange Postecoglou has bonded with the players and fan base in no time. Pardon the pun. You didn't pardon that pun. You loved it. The energy has been incredible. Absolutely. Really positive what this guy has done. Forget on the pitch. It's only been 2 games, but I think off the pitch, I think I've not seen the fan base as united for a long time. I think lots of people now, even those who were doubting Postecoglou, are now kind of seeing, okay, all right, this guy's quality. This is what he's doing. And that's what a football club should be, right? All united together, all gelled together. And I think that's why, as I said in my title, everyone loves Big Ange. Also, off the back of that, we got a super chat from the official Kyle. I said, official Sill. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I said Tottenham will overachieve and get top 2 and an FA Cup or League Cup. Mark my words. Come on, you Spurs. This is going to win the award for the most positive message of the day, right? I mean, let's talk about that. Second. Thank you so much, by the way, for that super chat. Very generous. Second. Anyone else think we're going to finish second and win a cup? I mean, that would be our best year since 1991 when winning the FA Cup. Well, I mean, listen, I'd love it. I'm just not sure. It's actually going to happen. Tom Dudley has said I'd play Richie again, not to totally destroy his confidence, but he's really got to up his game. I think, for me, I just don't want to see Richie in this team. It just isn't for me, if I'm brutally honest. Ulfric has said, hope you're well. I'm glad you beat United. The Doji looks like a huge gem with incredible potential. Big up to you and all. Yeah, big up to you as well, Ulfric. Yeah, Doji, what did you make of him, people? I thought he had a sticky few moments in the first half, but he's young. I think a lot of them had a kind of few sticky passes, bad passes and poor bits of play in the first half, but then they grew into the game and they really got to grips with it. I haven't seen anything, which I think is good news, right? Let's fingers crossed on this one. Fingers crossed. I think he didn't have the greatest debut, but I mean, he only had about 13, 14 minutes. Top player, though. Let's not get this guy's a top footballer. Jonas C, big up channel member, has said, big up Savva, enjoyed your latest video on Instagram and the comment section. Thank you very much. Much love there. Thank you. Tim D has said, love how quickly Van der Ven has settled in. Looks like a Rolls Royce. Absolutely. Look, really good player. I like him. Hugo Bosswood has said, I would sooner a quality striker that sun through the middle, centre back and central midfield for when the African Nation Cup starts. Yeah, I think the interesting thing in the middle, when you look at it, what will happen? Well, Bentancur will come in when the guys go to the African Cup of Nations. Lo Celso, if he's still here. Skip, if he's still here. You've got Divine. Will he still be here? Will Ndombele still be here? I'm guessing we're going to get a lot resolved in the next 11 days. And watch out, we've got a bumper day for you on transfer deadline day between myself, Sean and Henry. We've got a 9-hour stream, 3 hours on each channel, right the way up for the last 9 hours of the transfer window. Hopefully Spurs are involved, and it could be quite exciting. So big up, and thank you to the 2 people that just subscribed. I really appreciate it. Let me know who you are so I can thank you. I always want to thank people, but keep smashing the likes. Keep smashing the likes. There's 400 of you in here and only 135 likes. Likes are very important for YouTubers. Gary has said, problem is we have 3 too many foreign players. Hard to buy till we get rid of some. Yeah, but wouldn't, for example, wouldn't Gift Orban count as a young player and wouldn't be registered? Is that right? Am I reading that right? Just let me know. I'm not sure. They change the rules so often. At one point, I felt like I knew the rules. Now I feel like I don't know the rules ever. I just don't know the rules now. Football, it's gone mad. Hugo Boswood says, social media, I don't understand why people are taking things so personally. Modern world getting crazier. Yeah, listen, a few people have said to me, like, was that video aimed at me? I was like, no, it's not aimed at anyone. It's just a harmless, silly little 60 seconds. That's all it was. It will come back to bite me on the backside somehow. People have got it in for me. People want to bring me down. It is what it is. Scare said, morning, Savva, buzzing after the weekend. Me too, mate. Me too. Really good to have Tottenham Hotspur back playing proper football. Lola Roth. I have no idea. Lola Roth. I don't know. Levy needs to close this window. Well, fully embrace the Ange rebuild. Sell, loan, terminate contracts if you have to. Refresh that squad list ASAP. He's left it very late if he's going to start doing all that stuff, hasn't he, my friend? He's left it very late. Absolutely. Yeah, Bugsy Malone is Sean's dog. My dog is, that you always see in the chat, is Stewie, who's asleep right there behind me. I'm not sure if you can see him. Maybe right in the corner of the screen if I remove that comment. No, just where it says Savva Football Heritage TV, you can see a little white line. That is Stewie's coat. Big up. Steve D has said, I don't like the choice. Don't want us to do the square pegs in round holes again. Done it too often. Need a striker that can make things happen. Yeah, I understand. Loves music. Big up, my man. Hope you are well. I said, morning, Chief. How good is it to finally wake up after a weekend of football, knowing that we were on the right path again? Boom. It is absolutely lovely to know that we're on that right path again. Norman Stanley Fletcher said, cheers, Terry. Sorry, I don't know what that's about. It's not for me. I shouldn't read that out. It's not a message to me. Amin has said, you are wrong. No idea. Yep, sure. Okay. We move on. Tottenham forever. I said, what do you think on Sarr's performance? I thought he was man of the match. Just my opinion. Look, I think one of the things we talked about yesterday on Spurs Review, if somebody had said Sarr, Basuma, Maddison, who's man, I wouldn't care. I thought all 3 of them were excellent. I thought the midfield 3 was absolutely brilliant. So for me, I listen, Sarr was sensational. I think he showed why he's a level above Ollie Skip. Sorry, there's one bit of hair that's annoying me. Never mind, who cares? Christopher Kirk, good morning to you. Said, morning, 2 games into the new season. Is there anything that you think that you have learned about any club for the season ahead? I think it's really early, isn't it? I think what we've learned already is that Man City won't let in many goals, right? I think we've learned already that we're going to play some good football. I think we've learned already that Man United fans are really frustrated with Ten Hag. We've learned that Chelsea need time. We've learned that Liverpool will be fine. They will be fine. How good they'll be, we don't know, but we know they'll be fine. I think we've seen already that Luton might struggle. Sheffield United are going to struggle. Everton are going to struggle, but nothing. I mean, it's so early on, isn't it? It really is. Let's revisit this after 7 or 8 games. And I think we'll have, after 7 or 8, 9 games, 10 games especially, you start to form the table, don't you? And really see where everyone is at the beginning part. I'm not saying it doesn't change, but that's the kind of barometer. A big up to absolutely everyone. Please keep smashing that subscribe button. Let's get to 11K as quickly as possible. The link is pinned to the chat, and I've just posted it again there. Tisnado22 has said, much love, Savva, and good evening from East Coast of Australia. Welcome to Ange. Big up to you, Tisnado. Big up to you. Big up to all my Australian friends. Very welcome to have you here on this show. Good morning to Blade68. Good morning to you as well. Good morning to Who's News. Just need to win the next 2 games and Spurs can move up into 3rd or top. listen, absolutely. Let's keep winning games. We got Bournemouth. Surely, if we can kick on with another win, be 7 points from 9. A brilliant start to the season. Angus McDowell said, morning. What's your prediction for our game tonight versus Palace? I think Arsenal will have too much. I think Palace will give a good account of themselves. I think you will have too much, though. And I think it probably be 2-0. I just think, I think you've got too much. But you don't know with Palace. They're a strange little team, Palace, aren't they? I like their midfield duo. I like Decore and Jefferson Lerma. I think that's a good midfield too. Have they got the goals to hurt you? Will they have enough of the football? I'm not sure. I think Arsenal will win 2-0. Koala J Official said we could have a fluid front line, but Ange likes his strikers to be in the middle. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Sonic Pelican has said, big up Savva, big up chat. Chelsea have won 5 games from 31. Only cost them £1 billion. Bargain. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to laugh too soon. I think when they get time, when they click into gear, when they get their players fit, I'm not going to laugh too soon. But I hear you, man. I hear you. Loves Music has said, Savva, can you see Levy using the Kane cash to cancel contracts? Would I be fine with that? Some of it, yeah, but not all of it. I mean, you've got to bring in a forward for me. Steve D has said, man after my own heart, Sav is a jugs man. Are we talking about this? Q7, big up my man. Hope you're well. Said, what's good? Savva and chat. Early signs looking good. Backline looking young and pacey. Midfield looking energetic and classy. Front line looking okay. Need some players out. # pray for Ange. Yeah, I mean, it's strange, isn't it? Everyone's now saying, the midfield and defence looks all right. It's the front line. And obviously last season it was the complete opposite. So, yeah, it is. There's some good times ahead. Let's just stick with this manager. Let's hope that the chairman backs the manager because we all know that's where it falls down. Big up to Emmanuel. Thank you very much for subscribing. It is much appreciated. And thank you. I like to be able to say thank you. Chloe King, good morning to you as well. Congrats on hitting 10K. Thank you. Loved the football this weekend. Spurs winning and Wrexham coming back from 4-1 down to draw 5-5. Yeah, I saw the highlights of that game. Absolutely crazy. Wrexham are here. They're causing a stir. Good times for Wrexham. Big up to each and every one of you in the chat. Everyone is more than welcome. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. I worked very hard. Good morning, Rinketic. I am fine. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well. I'm just going to skip forward. I'm still on 1018 and it's actually 1027. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through to about 1023. Like the stream for Savva, I love this guy. I said, ask 5 people what the handball rule is. You'll get 5 different opinions. The rules are messed up. Right. The rules should be so basic, right? The rules, it should be nice and straightforward. It should be nice and straightforward, shouldn't it? Everyone in here right now should be able to say, this is the handball rule. I just don't understand it anymore. They've made football, which is, let's call it, right? Let's call it for what it is. They've made a really interesting, easy game complicated, right? They've made an easy game, which of football, which never had that many rules. It was quite easy. They've made it complicated. That's fine. Let people talk about me on Twitter. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Kate Rixham. Oh, good morning. Thanks, Kate. Everyone likes a compliment in the morning. Thank you very much. Scooter Reacts. Listen, I think we need to get a few players in for sure. I think we need to get a few in. I'm starting to get concerned that they won't. I'm still going to go with the fact that I think they will. I'm also going to go with the fact that only 166 of 450 people have bothered to smash the like button. Come on, people. And we've just lost 2 or 3 subscribers, which is fine. I've got no problem with that. But please smash the like button, people. Please do. It's free. It doesn't cost anyone anything to like or subscribe. So please press that like button. It really does help. Philly has said, ask Richarlison the offside rule, and he doesn't know. Yes. Please don't get me started on this guy. Good day to you, John, as well. Good day. Big up to you lot in Australia. Big up. Saar did play well. Saar played very well. He was excellent, I thought. That's me. Let's move on. King Dharma says, Savva, send condolences to Celtic after they were knocked out of the Viaplay Cup first round. Celtic were knocked out of the cup, were they? Is this true? Who knocked Celtic out of the cup? Don't they normally win that year in, year out? Interesting. Yes, Liam, absolutely. Once we get to Christmas, once everyone's had, 6 or 7 home games, 6 or 7 away games, and the league can start to form itself, it'll be more interesting. Jay Kismet, you'll never walk alone. I said Everton, Sheffield United, and Luton are my 3 to go down, actually. I think they're all going to be there or thereabouts for sure. I just don't see enough goals in any of them. Everton look awful. Everton, again, another poor window. They look awful. Tottenham Forever said, did you know that Ange has not lost in 49 home games? Well, let's hope we make that. Let's hope we get that to 50, then to 60. Let's make White Hart Lane a fortress. Big Daddy Shin us a chill pill. Could have easily lost, but we didn't. We showed character. We defended well. We stuck in there. We rode the tide in the first half, and then we were excellent. I don't think anyone's saying we're going to win the league. I don't think there's any chill pills needed. It's okay to be happy. It's okay. It's only 2 games in, getting too excited. I mean, I don't know why people don't want to be happy. Like, what's wrong with being happy with what we've seen so far? Handball should be hand to ball, not ball to hand. It's simple, right? Absolutely simple. Paul Connor, channel member, big up to you, Paul. We'll be doing a channel member only show later in the week, so stick around for that at some point. Said, Savva, do you think that handball that Romero had was the same that was given against us when we played Liverpool in the Champions League final? I mean, look, the one in the Champions League final was a joke. Shouldn't have been given. That one against Romero shouldn't have been given. I think that we've got to a stage where any time a ball hits a hand, it's a penalty now, and it just feels really strange, and it shouldn't be. So the ref made the right call of that. The real ends 7 years. They said a couple of bad results and performances, and the haters will be back. Top 4 and FA Cup will be good. Progress. I mean, yeah, what people have got to do is realise we're not going to win every game. There are going to be defeats. There are going to be draws. There are going to be bumps in the road. So I think as long as people stay level-headed and calm, I think everything will be all right. Chloe said, I think it was Kilmarnock who knocked out Celtic. Wow, didn't know that. I haven't seen that. So crazy. Perchy backing it up and say morning all. And Sav, they lost 1-0 to Kilmarnock. Yeah. Kilmarnock. Everyone's saying Kilmarnock. Kate says Savva. Bruno Fernandes crying to the ref. They wanted a penalty. Glad we didn't buy Mardy throwing toys out of his pram. Yeah, I mean, look, let's be honest, though. He has had some very good seasons in the Premier League, but he is very annoying. He's a very annoying person. Minish Man has said, with Jota leaving for Al Ittihad, do you think we might make a move for him? With Jota leaving Al Ittihad, didn't Jota just go to Al Ittihad? What's happened there? Why all this Celtic news this morning? What's happened? What's going on, people? What's happened? Will Ndombele get a run before the deadline? I don't want him to. I don't think he should at all. I really don't think he should at all. Of course, the weather's lovely, Perchi. We all know you live in Barcelona. It's all right. Big up, Ben Kaufman. Hope you're well today, my man. Do me a favor. Anyone that talks about any other YouTubers in a horrible way, please just get rid of them. It's all right to say nice things. It's all right to question them, but please, I've seen a few comments that are not nice against YouTubers, and I don't want that in my show. I don't believe that YouTubers should talk about other YouTubers. I don't believe they should do shows on them, and I don't believe that they should bring up their comments. That's just me. So please, can we, if you see any, that's my standards that I'm setting. Every channel can do what they want to do. That's just the that's the standards that I'm setting. Samuel said, crazy how people call you negative, but when we beat United and you're happy, they want you to calm down. Samuel, I know, man, you can't win. Can't win. Listen, do you know what? I'm not even just happy that we beat Man United. I've seen us beat Man United many times down the years. I'm just happy with the direction that the football on the pitch is going. Doesn't mean I don't like the owners. Sorry, it doesn't mean I like the owners. It doesn't mean I think nothing else needs to be done. Just I would like to be positive when there are positive things. But there's a lot to do. Big up, Strasbourg Steve, one of my faves. Big up, Steve. Hope you're well. Hope all is well, my friend. Red Zep said, apparently there's a new proximity rule for handball in the box this season. If it's too close, it's deemed accidental. I just think it's mental. Just go back to what it was. Does anyone remember? I don't know if anyone's, I'm 40, so anyone my age or maybe above or just below that. Anyone remember when handball was like, was it intentional? You know what I mean? Was it accidental? No, play on. Was it intentional? Like, it was so much better. Penalties weren't being given left, right, and centre. Fans weren't crying for every decision. It was so much better. Ian has said Kilmarnock playing a horrible 4G pitch. A 4G pitch. Hey, Georgie One Foot, Leicester City FC has said Rodgers has thrown his toys out the pram already back at Celtic. But your boys are doing well. And your 3 wins from 3 for Leicester back in the Championship. If you get another 3 or 4 on the spin, that's how titles are won. Mark's a question, Sav. Do you think Ange will play different systems as time evolves? I think there'll be variations of what we saw yesterday, but I do think it will pretty much be the same. I think it will be variations. Sorry, Perchie's just sent me. Right. So, wow. Okay. That's interesting. So, sorry, Perchie. I hope you don't mind me putting this up. I haven't put any of your personal information on there. So, arrived a month ago in Saudi Arabia, Celtic. Jota will already have to leave Al Ittihad. No additional information given on the reason for his scheduled departure. Wow, that's interesting. If that is the case, I'd take him. I would definitely take him. Yeah, why not? Why not? Guys and girls, please smash that subscribe button. Please, please, please. It really does help. We're trying to get to 10,200 by the end of today. It's a big, big shout, but we're going to try. Big up to all of you that helped me get to 10K. It is appreciated. And thank you for the 208 people out of 523 that have smashed the like button. Keep smashing the like button, people. It's the only form of marketing that YouTubers get. Question, Savva, could you go a bit in depth on why you think Romero... Oh, God, don't you start. Martin Knightsbridge said, why was the pen against Son given last week with minimal touch, but Romero got kicked and was not given? I think, Martin, this is half the problem, right? What are the rules? What are the rules? Well, firstly, this morning, I don't know what's wrong with me. What are the rules anymore? Who knows? I don't know. Never anymore can I go, yeah, that's a stonewall penalty. Don't know. Just don't know. Rich has said, look how strong our midfield is. How could you possibly bring Underbelly in that hard-working trio? Bang on. Anyone that said this guy should get more game time, bang on. Look how hard they work. Look how hard they work. Big up to that midfield. What a lovely midfield for it is. What lovely balance with Sarr, Basuma, and Maddison. I love Maddison, by the way. I think Maddison's a sensational player. Quinny has said, can't believe Laporte to Saudis for 25 million. Shows that it'll probably be on 600K a week. I think yesterday they were showing it was something between 450 and 500 grand a week. Yeah. And that's the problem, isn't it? When people are saying we should get him, it's the problem. It's what you're up against. Free Assange has said, Ange's army are here. Big up to Ange's army. Sure has said, we are seeing refs and VAR fiddle with their own judgment on handballs and fouls after last year's criticism. Now a complete lottery. Absolutely, my man. It is a complete lottery. And thank you to whoever just subscribed. Whoever it is, let me know so I can say thank you. Thank you very much. Gary O'Flynn has said, I know it is 2 games, but I'm happy. Come on, you Spurs. Nothing wrong with that. You know what? I think what's really important in life is that, and this isn't just football. I think, hang on 1 second. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. What's important in life is that we're able to decompartmentalize, which is a lovely word, and I always break it down. So the ability to decompartmentalize different things. So what I mean is, it's okay for me to sit here and say, I really like Ange and I really like what I'm seeing on the pitch. That doesn't mean I have to like everything else. Over here in this box, I can say, I don't like what we're doing with the transfer window, or I don't think it's been a great transfer window, or we need to get rid of players and rip contracts up, and I don't like the owners. All the things at once don't have to be wrapped in. So it's okay for people to have different thoughts and different feelings about different subjects. It's absolutely fine. Michael Ballack is in the chat. This is a new one. It said, is Scarlett and Richie our only strikers? No, you've got Troy Parrott and Valise as well. Nathan said, but good morning to Karen as well. Good morning. Thoughts on Vicario. Felt it was excellent and loves the dramatics after a fingertip save. Yeah, it gets the crowd going. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was excellent at the weekend. I really, really did. I thought it was excellent. But It is what it is. Morning to George Ellaway, who said, morning, Savva. Do you think Valise will get minutes? I think Ange kind of alluded to it, didn't he, a little while back, that, for the first half of the season, he might not be ready and then he'll be integrated. But my only worry with those sort of things is, what games is Valise going to be playing in? Is he playing in the under-23s? What games is he playing in? Be interested to see. Big up, Mark. Big up. Thank you very much. As Mark said, yeah, please do subscribe and like for Savva. Big up to all of you. 250 likes now. So thank you very much. We have got a super chat as well. It's a super sticker from Santu, who's been there since day one, a massive supporter of the channel, and just putting in a super sticker. Thank you so much, Santu. I really wish I knew who you were so I could say thank you. But big up to you, whoever you are. It's always welcome. It's generosity. Ian Satwick has said, same with the offside rule. Should be clear daylight. Yeah, I mean, I remember, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they came in and said, right, we're now going to give the benefit of the doubt to the striker so that there's more goals. Now there's no benefit of the doubt. Those lines are so precise that it's like, wow, no benefit of the doubt. And strikers that train from a young age to play on the last shoulder and to arc their body, now all of a sudden can't arc their body. Do you know what I mean? If anyone ever played up front or ever watched the coaching session on strikers, and you're talking about the strikers who are on the last man, the Owens, the Defoes, the Andy Coles, these players played on the shoulder and they arc their body ready to go. And now you can't do that, because if you arc your body, that part of the arc is offside. It's madness. Big up to Tigaro, single parent theory, who said Rodgers wanted to continue the handball system. There can only be one who practices handball. Oh my God. Does anyone watch the IT Crowd? This reminded me of something from the IT Crowd. Anyone watch that? Great show, by the way. One of my favorite shows. East London Gooner said, morning, Savva and chat. Great performance for Tottenham. Yeah, it was. It was a very good performance. And obviously your boys are playing tonight. I think you'll get a 2-0 win. I hope I hope for your sake you get the win. For my sake, I hope Crystal Palace win. But hey, it is what it is. What the result will be, the result will be. Corey Boy has said, I remember the days where the rules were simple to understand. VAR and all the new rule changes have watered down the football it used to be, for sure. It used to be so easy, didn't it? It used to be so easy. Abe has said, in rugby, players and fans accept the referee's calls. The referee's call make the game so much faster and smoother. Yeah, I would love something like that in football. The histrionics, when a player doesn't get his way, when a foul, when a player gets a foul given against them and they're throwing their, just get on with it, Wolves Finland has said, I start raging last season when Spurs' goal against Sporting was disallowed as offside and it was a back pass before. Heard even back pass can be offside nowadays. The rules are changing and changing quickly. Yeah, it is bad. Tigaro, single parent theory has said Jota can play. I like Jota. Whenever I watched, maybe bringing Jota in from the left, which is where I believe he played, and having Sonny through the middle. Maybe anyone? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there before anyone makes a video about me saying that Savva said we should buy Jota. That's not. I'm just saying, would that work? Have people seen him more than I have? I'm not sure. Angus McDowell said use can dream, but Jota is going back to Celtic. We'll see. We'll see. If he goes back there, he goes back there. Strange saga, though. Absolutely strange saga. Stinging Nettle said, who will you choose to start when we lose players for the Asian and African Cups? Yeah, so I believe they're roughly the same time, right? So I think you're covered. I think, well, from the front three, if you're losing Sonny, then you've got Perisic, you've got Solomon, hopefully another player in by then. And in the midfield, you'd have to say that you're going to put in either a Højbjerg or a Skip. Benton Cole will be back. Madison will still be there. Lo Celso. I think we've got players that can play there. I'm not worried about that as such, to be really honest with you. Mark thought the ref was diabolical, to be honest. Diabolical, says Mark. Sorry that you felt that way, Mark. And thank you to whoever's just subscribed. Much love. There's so much love flying around the last couple of days. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Let me know who it was so I can thank you. Romeo Alpha. Absolutely shouted at me, but hey, it's all right. What a performance from Sarr. Completely agree with you. Gary DeGrona said, no change to the underlying system, just tweaks to adjust to opposition. Absolutely. That's what I think a good manager does. Yeah. Sometimes if you need to completely mix it up, fine. I mean, that's what Pep does, right? He can go from a 3 at the back to a 4 at the back to a 2 at the back, whatever. But most managers will just tweak. 1, 2, 3 Buster said we need more depth. Skippy is not good enough in that trio. Listen, I agree with you. I think against some teams you'll get away with it. No offense. I think if you're playing Luton, if you're playing Sheffield United, if you're playing Everton, I think Skippy will be just fine. I think if you're playing the better teams, I think you need better. Like the stream for Savva, I love this name. I said the Saudis are now the main sponsor on La Liga. Wow. La Liga. By the way, anyone seen Jude Bellingham's had a wonderful start to his career out there, hasn't he? 3 goals, 1 assist in 2 games. Good morning, Alan Adams. Hope you're well, my friend. Said morning, Savva. Or are you calling me moaning Savva? Or was that a typo? Great vibe at the moment. Long may it continue. Feels like we all trust in this guy. Just bear in mind it can be done in one window. So far, so good. Yeah, he's definitely brought that feel-good factor back. He definitely has brought that feel-good factor back. Hugo Bosswood has said, hypothetically, if 2 of the midfield get injured, who do you replace them with? I think we just went through that, my man. We just went through that. There's options. Yeah, we can always get better players, but there are options. Wolves F1. So Mark agreed. First 30 minutes, the referee was sorry, I'm sorry, that wasn't for me. Apologies. Loves Music has said, will the AFCON mean we keep PEH or do we go with Skip and Bentancur? Oh, come on, let's not call him Bentancur. Come on. He's got an important part to play at this club as Bentancur when he comes back. And you can never have too much good competition. Well, you can have too much, but I think this is going to be good for Spurs. Jay Kismet, you'll never walk alone, has said, was it handball in the Chelsea versus Liverpool game? And was it a red for McAllister versus Bournemouth? I thought the red verse for McAllister was soft. Again, this is what I mean. Everything seems to be a red. Everything seems to be a foul. Everything seems to be a penalty. Was it a handball in the Chelsea versus Liverpool game? No. I'm going to go with no. I want to see less penalties given. I want to see teams have to work for their win, not keep getting penalties because they smash crosses in at a defender's arms. Hugo Bossword has said, be happy for the little moments. That's what's important in life. Boom. Little wins in everything you do. Lewis has said, early days yet, but playing a lot better than expected. Absolutely. Have we got our Tottenham back? Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. Oh, just streaming. Listen shortly. Absolutely. You know, we've got to take the good moments when they come, and hopefully we've got our Tottenham back. I say we've got it back. I mean the football back. If we want our Tottenham back, we want to. It depends what you mean by that. But I want to go back to when I was growing up and Spurs were winning Europa Cup. Spurs were winning UEFA Cups, FA Cups, League Cups. That's what I want to get back to. We did that one. Mark Cook has said, so much energy in our midfield now. We need the dynamics to change, and hopefully it is Ange seems to know what he's doing with these players. Listen, absolutely. I think, again, a lot of people who didn't want Ange, a lot of people, there were loads who came in our chat all summer, remember, talking about Ange, and you could clearly see they knew nothing about him. And I'm slowly but surely not seeing them. It's interesting, isn't it? It's like, you know, like that Danny Spurs guy who comes in my chat talking about Vicario week in, week out, that he's really poor. Isn't it funny, after that really good performance, he hasn't been in one of my 4 or 5 streams I've done. It just seems strange, right, that people won't stand by their convictions. Dante said, spot on Savva, people keep doing this black and white thing with football clubs. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Chloe King said, do you think it will be a more exciting competitive Premier League this season or an easy win for City, especially as teams like Villa, Brighton and Newcastle are up in their game? Here's what I think. I think Man City will win the league easily. I think underneath that, it will be more exciting. Villa will be good. Brighton are very good. Newcastle will be good. They're a tough team to beat. Will be decent. Chelsea have got to get their act together, but they will come back. Liverpool will be there. Arsenal. What will Man United do? There's a lot of different components to this season's Premier League, for sure. Gary O'Flynn has said, for me, we still need a centre forward and a centre back. I agree with you completely. Have you all heard the new Oasis chant? It's a banger. I have heard it. Absolutely. Yes, I would definitely have Jota. I would. What I saw of him at Celtic, I thought he looked like a very tidy footballer that likes to get involved. And more importantly, he knows Ange's system inside out. Stuart Craven has said Romero's handball not given as a penalty, but similar one against the Lionesses was given. Mate, honestly, the rules are messed up. They really, really are. Good morning to El Tells in the chat. Morning to you, my friend. Don't forget, channel members, there will be a channel member show this week. I need to put a time in. It won't be today, but it will be this week. So big up to each and every one of you. Savva, would you take Martial over Richarlison? Nope, I don't want Richarlison or Martial. For me, I think they're both massive flops, if I'm brutally honest, not good enough. Strasbourg Steve, I said, told y'all. I love that. Told y'all about Vicario. 1-1 to save a game. You can guarantee it. Neo, I said, I'm quite sure Prem Handball and the other European leagues versions of handballs are different. Over there, any touch with a hand is handball. I just think the whole thing needs to change. I think the whole thing needs to change. Apologies. Really thirsty and running out of water. I think that there needs to be a committee or something, and it needs to go back to what it was. They're overcomplicating what is a very simple game of football. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. Thank you very much. We're now only 3 subscribers away from the 10,110. So if 3 of you would like to drop a subscribe, the link is in the chat, and it would be much appreciated. Thank you to absolutely everybody. Marcus Flack said, you cannot win, Savva. Too many talk their team up, but blinkered to the complete game of football. Be lucky to get 10 goals from Richie. Marcus, I think the thing is, look, if we're going to talk about the Richarlison thing, I get it. People want to give him a chance. People want him to come good. All I'm saying is I've got him down for no more than 7 or 8 goals this season, which is poor. What will happen is the moment he scores a goal, it will be, there you go, he's back. He just needs confidence. Players score goals all the time. Doesn't mean they're going to prolifically score goals. You know, just because Leon Bailey scored a goal at the weekend for Aston Villa doesn't mean suddenly he's going to be a 20 goal a season man. You know, yeah. Tony has said, how about giving Scarlett a chance? Sure, he hasn't done too well when he's been out on loan, but neither did Kane. Is he the type of striker? Is he the profile that fits what Ange wants? I don't know. I think he needs a loan. I think chucking this guy in now, I think it's too early. Listen, I might be wrong on that. I don't know. I just think he needs to go out on loan. He needs to go and play a lot of senior football, play week in, week out. But for me, does he fit I don't know, Tony's not. I don't know if he fits it. Is he a hold-up player? We've not seen enough of him. Is he a hold-up player that's going to bring others into the game? I don't know. We'll see. But clearly, Ange hasn't even put him on the bench, so clearly can't think he's ready. Red Zepper said Martial is better than Richie, but still not good enough for Spurs. I'd take that. I'd take that as an answer. Yep. Pedro. Sorry about that. Sorry, got a bit of a cough. I haven't been able to shake for about 10 days. It's the Jota that was at Celtic for a few years under Ange Postecoglou that went out to Saudi Arabia and now is leaving, apparently, before. I think he's played a couple of league games, but now is leaving. No. Oh, God, we definitely take that Jota. That Jota's quality. No, not that Jota. You'd all take Jota of Liverpool, right? That's a no-brainer, right? Surely we don't have to. Yeah. By the way, 50% of you exactly have smashed the like button. Come on, can the other 50% please be so kind? It's free. It really, really does help YouTubers. Thank you very much. Vander James Hum, love that, said, I watched 90% of Ange's games at Celtic. Jota can do it. If Jota can do it, get him in. Why not? Ben Spur said, I think the referees in the Women's World Cup explaining the decisions after VAR similar to rugby is a great idea. Hopefully we'll see it in the Premier League. Sure, as long as they get the decision right. They can't just get the decision wrong and explain why I just think it needs to go back to being simplistic. Simplicity is the way forward for me. Thank you very much, TB. Thank you. Yes, it is nice to see And we finally got there. So big up to each and every one of you. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of a super sticker here from Colin Fishlock. Thank you, Colin. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much for being supportive and being generous. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, my friend. Tygo Single Parent Theory has come back and said it's Big Ange's birthday on Sunday. Let's all wish him a 6. Neil Belting of Bournemouth as an early birthday present. Big up to you, Tigaro. Big up to Big Ange on his 58th birthday on Sunday. Let's batter Bournemouth. Let's just go there. Let's grab the win. Let's make it 7 points from our first 9 with Bournemouth away, Brentford away, and Man U at home. I would have bitten your hand off for 7, and it'll be a great start. So let's hope that we get that. And thank you, Tigaro. And Steve, big up to you. Always a big supporter. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining me on Friday, I think it was, for the Premier League prediction show. Said the refs being this terrible only leads to one outcome. Calciopoli in the Premier League next few years. Put a bet on it. Sorry, Calciopoli. Am I being stupid? I don't know what that means, Steve. I don't know what this means. Sorry, I'm not being horrible. I just don't know what you mean. Put a bet on it. This will get exposed eventually. Look, big up, Steve. Please let me know what you mean. I really don't understand that word. Sorry if I'm being stupid. Jake B is in the chat and said, big up, Sav. Jota and Hatate were top draw for Celtic in Europe. Both will be great for Spurs. I would take both at Spurs. Absolutely, Jake. I agree with you. I thought whenever I watched Celtic in the Champions League, I thought they were excellent. I thought they were really, really good, but the other teams just had a little bit more firepower. But thank you so much, Jake. That is much appreciated. It's 10:56 in the morning, everybody. Big up to each and every one of you. Well, it's 10:56 if you live in the UK. Big up to the liking crew. Big up to the subscribing crew. Big up to the channel members and anyone else in the chat. Big up to all of you. Just a girl who loves Spurs has said Ten Hag is trying to morph Man United into Ajax, and I'm not sure that fits into the Premier League. Do you know what, Kate? I agree and I disagree. I agree he's trying to morph them into it. I believe it fits into the Premier League. I don't believe he's doing it with the right players, is what I would say. I agree with you, though. It's not working. He keeps picking this really strange midfield three, which I think most people can clearly see doesn't really work. But listen, that's their problem, obviously, and not ours. So big up to you, Kate. Always a big supporter of the channel. Just going to quickly go over to my old mate, Fab Romano, and Fabrizio Romano. Alexis Sanchez could return to Inter. As the CEO, Morata confirms Correa wants to have more space. And yes, Sanchez is keen on returning here. Alexis sent us clear messages about his desire to rejoin Inter. It's true. Wow. Alexis Sanchez joining them. And the Inter CEO Morata again has said, we won't announce Benjamin Pavel's new signing today, but we're in a good position. So it looks like Inter Milan are starting to flex their Italian giant muscles in this transfer window. Angus McDowell has said, I don't think it'll be easy for City. We will push them all the way. I don't think you will. Just my opinion. I don't think you will. I don't think you've got it. I don't think we've said this before, Angus, I don't think you've strengthened enough. I don't think you still haven't got the depth. I know you won't want to hear it, but other than Timber, who was bought for depth, what depth have you bought? And this was your issue last season. You rely on the same 11, and I think you're going to have to again. Just my opinion, but I wasn't wrong about Arsenal last year. I don't think I'm going to be wrong about them again this year. Carl said, feeling so proud to be an Aussie Spurs fan. Won a bit of cash when his odds was 16-1 to become the Tottenham boss. How much did you put on, Carl? How much did you put on? Hey, big up to you and well done on your winnings. Strasbourg Steve said, what did you think of the Newcastle Man City match? I thought it was a good game. It was I thought Newcastle showed too much respect in the first half to Man City. I thought they sat off a little bit too much. But look, Man City are a well-oiled, well-drilled machine who every year you hear, oh, but Gundogan's left, and Mahrez has left, and Zinchenko left, and Sterling left, and Jesus left, and Laporte's left, and Ferran Torres left, and Sane left. What are they going to do? And Company's left, David Silva's left, Fernandinho's left. They just keep evolving. And how good was Phil Foden for anyone watched that game? What a footballer Phil Foden is. S. Taylor said Chelsea have made themselves less competitive. I give them time. It's a brand new team. It's going to take time. I've said this. You don't just buy £1 billion worth of players and you win a league. Anyone who thinks that has really got to take a step back and look at this logically. Martin has said, have you heard about the new energy drink called Ange Ball? It gives you a lift. Wow. Corey Boy said people like that don't do their homework. Right. Okay. People like that don't do their homework or research players and managers. They're just an echo chamber and shout the same all the time. Look, I think the key thing is there were so many fans coming into the chat saying, oh, Ange, he's from Celtic. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, so what? He's a good manager. If you're a good manager, you're a good manager. The Boonverse has said it has been a very trigger card heavy with all the refs in all the 2 games in the Prem. I agree. Boom, boom, cards everywhere. Cards. And the moment you start doing that, players then can't play their free game because they're worried about making any tackle. No, and I'm not getting into it. 123 Bus has said I was worried about Flappy. Mate, it's harsh for Kari, but I have to say I had a good game. I think the fact that people like you are using the word Flappy is just it's madness, man. It's madness. It's on YouTube somewhere. Someone's made a chant. I don't know who it was by, but it was pretty funny. It really was pretty funny. Just a girl who loves Spurs. No, but if you had to have one, Savva, you can't say neither. It had to be Martial, Richie. Martial all day long. I don't want either, but it would have to be Martial. Philly 2109. Love that. I said, big up, Savva. I have respect for fans like Sean and Barry who stand by their convictions. To the fans who make throwaway comments just to fit their agenda. Listen, I'm a believer that everyone's allowed to say what they want. I'm a believer in free speech, right? I just don't believe that people should be attacking others live on their shows. That's all it is. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's cool. But listen, people are going to be how they want to be. And look, as I said, all I can say for me is when I make content for me. I don't make content about anyone else. I don't make content because you've said this, you've done. I make the content that I think. I'm never too scared to say my opinion. It's about me. Yeah, I say selfishly, it's my channel. I have to stand by my convictions. Gary has said, guys, if you haven't watched the highlight of Man City versus Ange Japanese team, very interesting. Pep very animated with good reason. I'll go and give that a watch. Vander James Hummer said, Yotta, 83 appearances, 28 goals, 26 assists. He was an Ange regular. There's some good numbers going on there. Savva's Mud Spurs, big up to you. What a lovely picture of me that is, in a lovely position. Kane still had half decent numbers when on loan, but not quite prolific. Yeah, listen, do you know what? I think the thing is more than anything for me than the numbers out on loan is I need to see him going and playing every game and being a nuisance and really getting to grips with it. I don't think he's ready. I think we need to give people time. But hey, that's just me. Loads and loads of comments in the chat. Big up to you all. Let's get it. It's 328 likes. Come on, people. Let's get that to 400 as quickly as possible. And only one away from the 10,110. One of you right now will go and subscribe. I know you will. I just got this feeling someone will. Big up to all of you. I really like the shows that we've got going on. I really like the crowd that we get in, and we are growing, which is good for the comments, which is good for everybody. So thank you very much. Troy, big up Troy. Not seen you in a while. Said, big up Savva. Haven't been on for a bit. There you go. Great result on the weekend. Yeah, man. Great result. Listen, loved it. Great result. Good performance. It is what it is. We move forward. And if you've got it is what it is in the drinking shot game, when you're watching Savva, you've got to do it 2 shots there. I just said it twice because it is what it is. Carl said, I don't understand the hype about Orban. Everyone jumping on the bandwagon. Selfish, no assists in his record and not strong enough yet. Sorry, Carl, I can't disagree with a comment I've seen more than this today. I think when I've watched Orban, I think he's a gem. And you know what, Carl? This is the sort of comment, if somebody else picks up Orban and he goes and does well, remember you said this, Orban's a very good player, young, scores goals for fun. I don't know how you've possibly managed to find that many negatives about him. I don't need him to come in and assist. I need him to come in and score goals. YouTube said, don't buy Lukaku. I wasn't planning on it, mate. I wasn't planning on it. I don't think Spurs are either. Swan X, big up to you, has said, with these 50-50 handballs in the box, they need to bring back the free kick indirect in the box. Not every foul in the box a penalty. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Yes, it really, really, really would. Ash, big up my man. One of my favourites has said, Ash, sorry, no, he hasn't. He said, maybe at Wolves, Finland, but you'll be around the 15th, in my opinion. Sorry, that's their own conversation that I've got involved on. Would a draw at Bournemouth and a good performance be a good result? I mean, ideally, you want the win. A draw wouldn't be the end of the world, but a win really sets us up nicely for a good start to the season. Am I right in saying our next 3 games are away, including Fulham in the Cup? What is it? Bournemouth away, Fulham in the Cup away, and I want to say Burnley away. Is that a thing? Maybe I might be lying there. Someone in the chat will let me know. Oh, I see. I see. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, Perchy. Thanks, Perchy. Sorry, Steve. Yes. Dave Clark has said, oi, Savva, Geordie watching from Thailand, as always. Big up to you, Dave Clark. Hope you're well. Thank you for the little map in the corner of your screen. Much appreciated. We all know, where's England? I can see it in there somewhere. Can I? There it is at the top of the screen. Are we just out of shot? Big up to you. Big up to you. Richard Jones has said, we really have the potential to be a frightening team. Daniel needs to back this team more than ever. For sure, this is such a pivotal 11 days. Pivotal. We've got 11 days now. Get some players out. Get a few players in. We really could be going somewhere. But it's going to take time. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. Yes, Timber is injured. Yeah, this was my point, what I was saying. Timber injured. I don't, like, when they were talking about Arsenal, I think like, look, on the Arsenal side of things, I think that Timber's a very good signing, and it's not their fault that they've lost him to injury, right? Timber's a very good signing. Rice is better than Xhaka, so that's an upgrade. But with Xhaka going, you now have an added depth. You've now just replaced 1 for 1. And Havertz, the jury is very much out. Is he better than the backups they already had in Smith Rowe and Trossard? So I'm not sure about the depth of Arsenal. That's all I've said. And the Arsenal fans lose their mind. Rocky's Barbecue Cape Town. I said, hey, Savva, if we don't spend the Kane money this window, that would be absolutely criminal. We let our best player go to the least we deserve as a top striker and another defender. I agree. Rocky's Barbecue Cape Town. Oh, you got me intrigued there. Do you own Rocky's Barbecue? Talk to me about it. What is it? I want some. Whatever you sell, I want it. I don't think Inter Milan are stupid enough to want Eric Dyer, if I'm brutally honest. I think we've got to remember, when we say just let these poor players go to other clubs, I don't think they want them. Strasbourg Steve said, if I were Alexis Sanchez, I can see why he would want to go back to Inter. Yeah, it's a good move for him. Absolutely good move for him. Keep smashing the likes, guys. We're nearly close to 400. And Mark has said, Basuma and Sarr, monsters complement Matters superbly. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Perchy, cheers, bro, said Spurs, Bournemouth away, Fulham away, Sheffield United away, Burnley away. Is that our next 4 before we play at home? Wow, that's interesting. Well, I mean, I think what we've got to recognise with that, guys, is that you're not going to win all 4 of those away games. If you do, you do, but I don't think we will, right? I really don't think we will. So if we can, absolutely great. So I'm just sending myself a StreamYard link because I'm on a show straight after this. If we do win all those games in a row, superb. But there's going to be some draws. You're going to lose the odd game. No team's going to not lose. Swanex said the price Brighton would want for Matoma would be way more than Spurs would be willing to pay, for sure. Matoma, I think he's a brilliant player. He can learn, he can grow. I think what I've seen of him, he's excellent. The real N7 Yid has said, Savva needs to be on TalkSport. Rock their boat. Thanks for the content. Listen, thank you very much. What we should all do is, if everyone wants to write an email to TalkSport to tell them to watch me so I get a gig, they wouldn't have me on. But I'd love to do something like that. In a way, I really wish when I was younger, I'd gone into a bit more journalism and presenting and that. But hey, it is what it is. We are where we are, right? Nicholas Collison, here we go. I said, Football Heritage TV, Timber out for the season, potentially good depth there. Well, that's my point, right? They've lost Timber. I don't know. Here he is, Nick, responding and said, I can see your point in some ways, but I got to believe we can go closer. Okay, but Angus, I get that. But again, I'm the sort of fan, take your feelings away from it. Take your belief away. What have Arsenal done in this window to close the gap? That's the question I'm asking. Not just of Arsenal. What has anyone behind Man City done to close the gap to Man City? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Now, that's not me being biased. I'm just asking that of all the clubs. Have Liverpool done enough to close the gap? No. Have Chelsea? No, because their players aren't as good as City's. Have Arsenal's? Not for me, no. I don't think so. Like the stream for Savva said, Foden was amazing. City on another level. Nothing wrong with losing 1-0 to them. I agree. Phil Foden has doubters every year. Every year. Sorry. Perchie's basically put me in the mud. Perchie's put me in the mud. Your number's not on there, Perchie. He put me in the mud and said, yeah, read the text again. Sheffield is at home. I'm so sorry. Perchie muddying Savva. All right, Perchie. Let's get the water and hose me down, eh? Not in a sexy way, you dirty boy. Claude has said it is not even noticeable that Basuma was injured for long periods last season. The guy is a baller. Yeah, he was played wrong. The manager last year got it wrong. He's a top footballer. I think everyone knew that. So, yeah, I agree with you. The football enthusiast said, Savs, congrats on 10K. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Absolutely, Q7. Chat, you like what you're watching, which is why you're watching. So like what you're watching. Say that quickly. Chat, like what you're watching, which is why you're watching. So like what you're watching. Boom. Thank you, Q7. Always a big support of the channel. Big up, my man. All you got to do is like. People are subscribing now, which is really, really nice. I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can get, honestly, let's see. Look, 10-1-1-3. If we can get that to 10-1-2-5 after one day of being at 10K, it'd be amazing. That's only 12 out of the 615 of you. 12 of you can do it. Big up to you all. Let's get back to some more comments. Big Joe Trapper said, Ange, boys cringe. He didn't invent anything. It's so weird. Do other fan bases say these things? I think, listen, I don't like saying Ange ball. I don't like Poch ball, Pep ball, Klopp ball. People say it now, unfortunately. People say it. But yeah, I do think all fan bases say this. Yes, unfortunately, Big Joe Trap. Savage, you get recognised on the street for being, I'm not a YouTube star, I'm a football fan. Like the women throw knickers at you when in Asda and things like that. No, I get Tesco delivery, my man, and my Tesco delivery driver does not throw his knickers at me. Nick's here talking rubbish as always. Said I'll be happy to be in the mud with my boy Emma Goat if we play like that. See, like Saturday all season. I have a mud bath. I love you, Nick, so much. I really love Nick. Nick and his love for Fabrizio Romano. That's not the one. For Emerson Royale. Just seeing if there's been any news. There's some breaking news on Sky right now, but I don't know what it is because I've got the sound off. Is there any news? I don't think there is. No, definitely no news surrounding Spurs. It's all gone very quiet since the Harry Kane sale, hasn't it? Just a girl who loves Spurs. Kate has said, yeah, that's what I said. Far more clinical in front of goal, but for me, I don't want either. No, I agree with you. If you put a gun to my head and said Richarlison or Martial, it's Martial, but I don't want either. Yeah, I agree, Punch, but I agree. I don't think anyone should do it. There's no need. You know, if you're having a one-on-one debate on the channel, fine. You know, like Sean and I attack each other face to face, but I don't think it's right. I see a lot of people in other channels comment section just going into those channels saying, oh, Savva's this, Savva's that, Sean's this, Henry's this, Perchie's this, Ben Kaufman's. It's like, I don't see the need. Like, you know, we've got our own channels. Cuss us here to our face. Like, it's just easier. I don't think those people should go into chats and do that. But, hey, it is what it is. I'll be honest, I didn't understand that hate for Orban. I would love him in a Tottenham shirt. I would absolutely love him. Thank you for the 2 people that have subscribed. It is what it is. Such poor language. Does it not make sense? Novagen, do I need to explain why it is what it is? Makes sense. It's just a saying. No need to get upset. It's okay. TBG has said, Savva, you've seen the new Ivan Toney Diary of a CEO interview. It's quite interesting. No, I've not seen that. I'll definitely give that a go. I'll definitely go over and give that a watch. I love watching content like that. By the way, what I would recommend to absolutely everybody, watch the Burnley documentary on Sky Documentaries. It's brilliant. It's a real good watch, and it really shows you what a man-to-man manager does. I think the passion that company shows, the one-on-ones with the players, the respect he commands. I would go and watch that if I was you guys. It's a really good watch. Seawood Drums has said, watching from Melbourne, Australia. Big up, Savva. Big up to you as well, Seawood Drums. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well and very welcome here in this channel. Orox Beats, big up, another massive support of the channel. I said, worried about the striker situation. We really need Orban. Some can play there definitely, but only against certain teams with a high line. You can't head the ball. Orban looks the real deal. Yeah, listen, I think you need players for all occasions. I can't disagree with anything you've said there. I would definitely do that. I'm not saying Son should play through the middle every game. I just think that when we're playing teams like Man United the weekend, I think he looked so much better through the middle. Thank you so much, Orox Beats. Where are we with the comments? We have got to Faz Radfar said, big up Savva, agree 100% on Orban. Do you agree now what I said over a year ago about Sarr? Listen, I never disagreed that he wouldn't be a star. All I said was, I think everyone was overhyping because we've not seen him. Still, even now, let the guy keep his feet on the floor. When you're saying, I laughed and there's no evidence. Let the guy keep his feet on the floor because this is what football fans do. Fans like you're about to hype up Sarr to the point where every time he has a bad game, people will crucify the lad rather than realizing he's 20 years of age. He looks very good, right? Consistency is the key. Let's get him in the team, keep him in the team, and let's see those performances week in, week out. But please, let's not do this thing where we hype these players up to the point where it's a harder fall when we hype them up. It's a harder fall. We did it with Kulusevski. Fans did it with Sessegnon, right? We've got to stop doing that. So when you're saying I laughed and said there's no evidence, at the moment he's had a good game. Relax. This is what I mean by football fans. Where are we? Sean Daniel said, problem dealing with crosses. Do you reckon it could be fixed through coaching? For sure. A good coach will sort that out. Absolutely. And I think we will get better as we go along. As the Romero and Van de Ven partnership grows with a Doji in there as well, I think we'll be fine. Sarr's got some height on him getting back there. I think we will be fine. I really, really, really do. Big up to all of you in the chat. Big up. We are now 384 likes. Smash that like button, people. And we're only 4 subscribers away from 10,125, which is absolutely amazing. Smash that subscribe button, people. And I appreciate it. And I'll always be one of the only YouTubers that does this. All right. Hopefully that's appreciated. Amin has said swap deal for Adebayo. Any news on that? I haven't seen anything concrete on that, but I would definitely do that. Dyer for Tosin Adebayo would be one of the best bits of business I think I've ever seen. Custy has said we need to sell some of those players on the bench before we can buy. I don't know why. We sold Kane. We should be able to buy another player. But many of those players on the bench, I'm not bothered if most of them go. As I said before, if Lo Celso wants to go, he can go. If Højbjerg wants to go, Sessegnon, Spence, Tanganga, Dyer, Dave, I don't care. If any of them want to go, let them go. Angus Bat said what we need is a world-class striker because I don't think because Jesus ain't it. I would have Osimhen. Yeah, the problem you guys have got is Osimhen. They've been turning down bids this year for £140 million. So you're not getting Osimhen. Yeah, why not? Perchy for charity. Should we do it? They keep doing it. And again, they keep getting knocked down. Justin Martin has said 10K. Well done, dude. Growing a bit now. Yeah, slowly but surely getting there. And if 4 more of you would be so kind to go and subscribe, we'd be growing massively. So thank you very, very much to everybody. Savva, which position do you think we need strengthening? I think you need another defender that can cover. I think you definitely need a centre mid, and I think you need a centre forward. I think you need one each down the spine. That's just me. I don't care what your team does, but if I was taking my Spurs hat off, looking objectively, that's what I think you need to do. Dave Clark said, you are a YouTube star. Rumours are that Jake Paul wants to box you next. God, Jake Paul would batter me. Kate has said her knickers are in the post. Jesus Christ, people. Keep it football. Keep it football. Purge TV has said, breaking news. 2 games into the season, Ben Foster retires for the second time after conceding 5 versus Swindon Town. Is this true? Is this true? Daniel said, did anyone really think selling Kane would lead to new signings? Our squad is way too big. It's only outgoings now. No more signings. 11 days to go, my friend. Never say never. And thank you to whoever just subscribed. 3 more. 3 more of you, please. It would be amazing. I'd be going to silly heights if we can do that. Gary said, I told you in pre-season that Spurs will finish top 3. Why are you ducking my bet? I mean, what bet? Sorry, what? I mean, try as a conversational style. Why not say, Savva, would you like a bet that we finish top 3 or we don't? Versus why are you ducking my bet? Do you know how many people comment every day on my show? I can't remember every single comment that's ever put towards me. Savva won't read what out? What won't I read out? Listen, I try and get to as many as possible, but I'm so sorry if I do miss some of them. Where are we? Furman Henry has said, expecting Perisic, Son and Solomon to lead our front line by the Arsenal game. Possibly. I don't think so. I don't think he will do that, but we'll see. And yeah, the Sky Sports have just broken the news that Ben Foster's retiring. Thank you to the person who just subscribed. Thank you very much. Faz said, Sarr is a real deal. Destiny is a real deal, and Orban will be. Said from day one, I said Bentancur better than Decky when everyone just talks about Decky. Yeah, but Faz, you're doing that thing again. You're just getting just relax. Let Sarr forge his path. You know, let players forge the path before you go in and throw these superlatives at them. This is a guy who's played 4 or 5 games for Tottenham Hotspur. Let him get his feet under the table. You're so reactionary. Adrian, as a Savva, you keep us all on the ground. We can all dream, but young players need time for consistency. Game in, game out. Seriously excited. That's it. That's the comment. Yeah, I'm excited about them, but I'm not going to put them on this pedestal, right? So that when something goes wrong, everyone goes, oh my God, Sarr's been awful. Well, he's a kid. Like, it's madness. No, I wouldn't. Strasbourg Steve said, when's the next 24-hour charity stream? I was thinking about this yesterday, actually. I'm going to wait for the transfer window to shut. Maybe in September, maybe in October. I don't know. They really do take it out of you. They really, really do take it out of you. As you know, you've nearly done 2 whole ones. They take it out of you. Novagen, because I love you, Sav, I will ignore your overuse of the Hackney phrase is what it is. I don't care what you ignore, my friend. I don't like it when people pick up on the way I speak. It's fine. I've always talked like this. It is what it is. If you don't like it, then you don't have to be here. Like the stream said, we didn't think you would read out the Nicker comment. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's Kate. Kate's always in the chat, always having a laugh. So, yeah, I'm always happy to do that. Josh Gain has said, Ben Foster retires again after 12 appearances for Wrexham. Yeah, Ben Foster retiring. Good luck to him, whatever he does. Garage Classics has said, Savva is a negative weirdo. Stop watching him. Everybody, big up Garage Classics. I think this is probably a different account, but big up to you, whoever you are. Hey, and let's block this person. And they are blocked. Don't blame Ben. That was me. Gary said, you're pretending to not remember my bet. Wipe that egg off your face. If Levy signs Orban and Kygo in the next 7 days, we'll finish top 3. Gary, why don't you tell me what the bet is rather than keep being weird? What bet do you want to have? And I'll say yes or no. Why are people so odd? Gary, in your next message, simply say, Savva, would you like a bet? Here it is. That's all you have to do, and I can answer. I have no idea what you're talking about. Transfer deadline day. I'm not doing 24 hours, but we are doing a long stream. So don't you worry about that, people. People have been very generous today. Thank you very much for all the generosity. Savva versus his live chat is always a fun one. Absolutely. Could be worse, though. You could go to those channels that just ignore you, right? I do not. Am I a great cook? I wouldn't say great. I can cook. I wouldn't say I'm great. Absolutely, Chris. But Savva is our negative weirdo. Yeah. Some strange. Do you know what I've noticed? As I approach the hour 25, hour 30-minute mark on most shows, that's when I start to get weird people coming in. It normally starts really well. Then you get the negative weirdo, the nonce comments, the this, the that. I don't know why I'm a nonce. Don't know what, but hey, it is what it is. Fernando, this guy, best name in YouTube. This is, as I said, you sound like an Italian centre half. So yeah, said it. Left Wrexham, time to replace him. Foster will be on YouTube, no doubt. Yeah, listen, he's had a good career, the lad. Fair play to him. Romeo Alpha has said, think there's a little bit too much gas around this win. We could have easily lost this game if United were more clinical and got that pen. Yeah, but we held in. Listen, I think people are getting more excited about the way we're playing than the actual win, Romeo. I think that's the problem. Daniel has said, early doors, but do you think we look just as competitive as everyone below City, Arsenal? Yeah, early doors, but yeah, why not? We've looked good. We've looked good. We started well. Let's kick on against Bournemouth and really kick on. Orban is a must, said Zar Spurs. It's a good player. Don't disagree with you. TGIK said, hope you're well, Savva. Had a lovely weekend. Big up, mate, for the great shows. Thank you very much. Gary is the Savva. The bet, I believe, Spurs will finish top 3 in the league. Take the bet. Okay, so that's just the bet as it is. What money would you like on that bet? I think we'll be short of top 3. It's a bet I'd be very happy to lose. So what money do you want on that bet, Gary? And we'll put the money to charity. What sort of money do you want? And I've already got a bet about Richie. And by the way, it can't be 10 to 15. That's a wide range. You've got to give me a number. You can stop as well. I'm seeing your comments more and more are trolly. I'm not negative. I think I've been very positive about Spurs. At the beginning of the show, do you know, remember I was getting told off for being too positive. Now I'm too negative. Thoughts on Liverpool signing Endo. From what I've seen of Endo, he looks a good player. I think it looks a solid signing. Not the glamour signing, but I think he looks a good player. Thoughts on the LFC pen this week. Which penalty? I can't think of it. My brain's gone blank. I'm so sorry. My brain's gone blank, Pac-Man. Because if somebody could put Steve, if you could put your channel in the chat, that would be really good. Thank you. Cheers, man. Really appreciate that. Listen, I don't feel harassed. It's all right, but thank you. I think it's been fine. And we are going to end in a couple of minutes anyway. I've got a few bits to do before my next stream. I try my best, my friend. Tigaro, big up. I said, bets are easy. I made one, preemptively conceded, and now I look forward to the next one. Big up. That's all people have to do. If you want to bet, all of this egg on your face. How can I have egg on my face for a bet that I've not even agreed to? It just makes me laugh. Absolutely. I get called a nonce about 4 times a day. It is what it is. Sakinelli said, if you have hate for Savva, your life must be sad and lonely. Savva, one of the better Norma YouTubers, man. Yeah, listen, I try my best. Hey, listen, everybody. I am going to leave the show there. I've got a few bits to do. Before my next show, which is at 12 p.m. So please, apologies. I've done an hour and a half, right? It's been good. We've had a good hour and a half. Before we go, people, please be so kind. Smash that like button. We're on 398. All you've got to do, please, we're on 10,123 subs. If 2 or 3 of you can go over, we can end the show on 10,125 subs. That would be absolutely amazing. Please support. The link, I'm putting it in right now. There it is. Look, I'm going to bring it up right there. Right there. If everyone could just smash that. and subscribe. I'll have another show for you this afternoon. It'll be early evening. I might do a phone-in show. Might not. If you want a phone-in show, I'll have a phone-in show. Other than that, take care. Please subscribe to all the other channels in the community. I think it's really important that everyone has a wide variety to pick from. Please do. It really does help support everybody. Much love. Take care. And smash that subscribe button on the way out. Everybody, have a good day. And as always, come on, you Spurs.